All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the CoAngler Chronicles podcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode. This week, unlike other weeks, I am going to keep it pretty short and sweet. Thank you for tuning in to last week's episode and the week before last week and the week before that to the podcast. It's been amazing. The feedback, the comments, all that. It's been great. I'm definitely thankful for that. And I definitely want to thank my last two guests, Jordan Hall from North Carolina, bass angler, and Gray Buck from Pennsylvania. I want to thank both those guys for hopping on the podcast with me. I had an amazing time talking to them, learning from them, picking their brain, and having a little bit of fun. So if you haven't checked out those episodes, I've done the legwork for you. I've created a playlist that has all the episodes in it, or you can download it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. It's available anywhere to download. The downloads are happening. They're going on. So people are checking it out. People are listening to it, and I'm thankful for that. And I plan to bring even more and more content to you, more and more videos to you like that with the guests. But today I'm coming back. I'm talking to you myself. I'm doing an episode of the podcast, but I'm kind of also, I don't want to say it's a rant, but I'm kind of just going to hit on like two topics real quick that they just keep popping up. They just keep popping up in my head to just like, dude, you got to talk about these. I got to talk about these. So we're just going to jump right into it. Today's episode, I do want to thank, because I normally don't do it in my episodes lately, I do want to thank some members of my team for this season. One in particular, before I get started, is 13 Fishing. 13 Fishing is a sponsor of mine this season. We are working together this year to get me to the top. Okay, so I'm using the stuff I need to get myself to the top, all while promoting 13 Fishing and help them grow as far as what it is that they do, because I'm very thankful for the opportunity there that was presented to me to be a part of that team, and I'm just going to keep working and busting my tail trying to get it out there as much as I can to as many people as I can, because it works. And one thing I say on my channel all the time is I don't sell dreams. I don't sell, well, kind of dreams, but I don't sell pipe dreams. I legit dreams. If you want to get somewhere, I'm showing you guys the baits that'll help get you to where you need to get to. The other one for me this year, which is big, is Omega Custom Tackle. As you guys can see here, I got a whole box, custom skirts and everything that I've been doing myself and I've been getting some help with. Bassing with Big Malone, Bass Squatch, Leo Dale. I've got several guys that worked on some custom skirts for me. Picked up some custom skirts from the fishing flea market for my tackle. But Omega Custom Tackle, jigs, bladed jigs, spinner baits, all that good stuff. You can get it from Omega Custom Tackle. So now that we got that out the way, let's get into the video. So today's video, and actually before I get into that, I see that you guys are watching the videos, and I want to let you know that I appreciate you, okay? So just slow down with my talking for a second. I appreciate you, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Now, we're going to go ahead and dive into the video. And I will let you know about something else as we kind of get into it. But first topic we want to talk about is the astronomical price of bass boats. Okay, I'm going to just get right in here on this. And this ain't going to take long. Please, anybody who's listening and watching this podcast today, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. But please tell me, why do you think it's okay to price a boat for $113,000 and to tell me that I can make 20 years of monthly payments at only $856 a month for 20 years to be able to enjoy the water? Now, they're not forcing me to buy it. I don't have to go buy it. But why is there someone in a marketing room that says, if we make it, if they can afford it, then let's give them something. Let's give them... Please, I beg of you, please make a boat that's reliable, that we can afford without having to buy somebody else's boat that has 500 hours on it. Is the only one that we can afford. For the average guy, like, let's break it down real quick, and I won't go too deep into this, but let's break it down. So if you have an average guy who has an average job, let's say he makes $36,000 a year, he works for 12 months. He works for what, 12 months out of the year? You guys do the math on that, whatever it is. I can keep the number simple. 36,000, 10 months, $3,600 a month, so $3,200 a month, something like that, right? That's what he makes per month. So you take out his mortgage. His kids play travel sports. He's got tournament entry fees. He's got lights. He's got electricity. He's got these things. There's nowhere to pay $856. So obviously the guy that's going to buy a $113,000 boat It's probably not the guy that makes $36,000. That just doesn't seem smart to use 4 years of your pay to afford one item. So what boat is he supposed to buy? A John boat? Okay, you can't get a Grizzly 1448, a 1648 for under like $8,000 or $10,000. So let's okay. So the guy that's going to buy the bass boat, the one that they want to afford this bass boat, the $113,000. Okay, so he's got to be an IT designer, IT engineer, a graphic designer, who probably has to work a lot to make the money. So when's he going to take the boat out to use it? So you got someone that's going to pay $113,000 that has to then clock in extra time to then be able to afford the boat, to then be able to go out and hit the water because they wanted the boat, the certain boat, or they end up selling the boat and then they can only sell it for, oh wow, $85,000 or $100,000 instead of $113,000 or $95,000, and then haggle and they get $92,000. Someone make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. Somebody make it make sense to me, because why can't there be an affordable boat that's not aluminum, a regular fiberglass? Because aluminum boats are that. But this conversation is not aluminum versus fiberglass. This is a boat. Why can't someone make a boat that's like 30 to 50 grand that people can afford, that has quality pieces on it? You know why? Because 30 grand won't even cover the electronics that people need to get on the boat, because they can't afford the electronics. Why am I having to pay $30,000 to get live scope, a Lowrance, a couple of graphs, a couple of, why am I? So I wanted to keep it short and sweet, guys. Like I said, I didn't want to go too much into it on these type of things, but on the boat side of it. But please, for my podcast, I'm talking to you guys today. Like I said, I want this one to be short and sweet. Next week, we're going to come back with some guests and all that. But this one, I just want to kind of get an informative video out here. Really legit short and sweet podcast. Sometimes I say that and I end up going 30, 50 minutes. But for boat, why can't someone make a boat that's affordable, that's not fiberglass, and so that someone doesn't have to go buy somebody's used 5th generation bass boat that's been through the paces in order to be able to get on the water? Now, what my philosophy is, it doesn't take all that. You don't need a $113,000 boat to get out and catch bass. You only need $500 to get a John boat and you can get out and catch bass. But there is a certain level that you want to operate in if you want to be a professional, just from a standpoint of reliability and functionality. Okay, so yes, you can enter a tournament with the 16-foot boat with a 40 horsepower motor, but if the wind gets kicked up pretty bad, if you got to make a long run, you want some things in your boat that allow you the opportunity to be competitive, and that's only normal. Like, you don't expect the pro golfer to then use putt golf clubs. Okay, like, and hopefully maybe that analogy makes sense, because I'm trying to think of a sport. You don't expect the pro golfer, the live pro golfer, to then use the only club he has is the one short club from putt. Talking about, well, I can make it work. I've been in the gym. I can hit it off with this putt club. I'll still beat you. Like, yeah, maybe you can, but maybe you probably could beat me a little bit easier if you had the right equipment. So that's all I'm saying from that standpoint of just getting the right equipment in the hands of the right people, and making it affordable so these people can get it. You can't even win $113,000 in a tournament. You literally, and when you take out taxes of 30% minus gas and fuel, the $100,000 quickly turns into $60,000. So now you got to win 2 derbies to be able to afford one bass boat. How is that make any sense? That doesn't make any sense. I've been a huge proponent of trying to change the numbers in bass fishing. $200,000 for tournaments. $200,000 if you win. Make it life-changing money. $100,000 means I got to clock into work tomorrow. $100,000 won't even get me through the end of this year. It might get me to next year if I eat ramen noodles. You see what I'm saying? $100,000, because I said 100 turns into 60. So I'm getting $60,000. $60,000 is not life-changing money when you spend $75,000 on your boat. You use the money to pay off your boat. Now you don't have to pay $600 a month for a boat. It's going to go somewhere else. Your kid will do better in karate, and they'll give them another belt, and that class will end up costing $200 extra a month. Oh, your kid's doing great. He's moved up to another belt here. That'll only cost you another $175 per class to get on this extra belt. We'll see you next Tuesday. Okay, so that money's gone. So make it $250,000 for winning one of these derbies. Why can't somebody step up and do that? Make it to where if I win this, I'm set. Why am I not set financially after winning at the highest level of my sport? Why am I not set financially? Why do I then have to go start a YouTube and then go get a TikTok and then make Instagram videos and then fish weekend tournaments to try to get a couple of extra dollars in gas money? And then I have to design my own boat to try to get and then I have to get my sponsors to give me 10K, 10K, 10K. I need all this money for the patches on my jerseys. Give me that money. Why do you have to do all that just to be able to afford to do a sport that you love, that you're good at, that you're the best at, or that you're on your way to be the best at? Why do you have to spend all that money just to get from here to here? It doesn't make any sense, guys. So with my rant on that, on the boat, I'm asking anyone for boat if you can. Make an affordable boat. And I'll even say this because it's my podcast and it's my platform. I'm using it for whatever I want. Okay, if somebody has that boat, hit me up. I will be the guy that promotes the heck out of your boat to get it in the hands of all of these people out here that want that boat. I will be that guy with an affordable boat. I'm not asking for no free boat. I will make them whatever I need to make for my boat as long as it's not for 20 years. But if you know of or got that boat, get in the comments actually. If you know a company that's got a boat that's somewhere between 20 and 40 grand, maybe 30 to 50 grand, that's solid, has good electronics. I'm not talking no Helix 5, okay? I'm not talking no little piranha graph in the middle. I'm talking a boat that has solid electronics, solid trolling motor, at least a 150 on the back, and has power poles and has spot lock. Somebody that gives you the tools and then puts the tools in a frame that's affordable. That's what I'm saying. If you guys know of that company, get in the comments, tell me, because I'll reach out to them and say that, hey, I'd love to work with and promote the affordable boat. Somebody come out with the affordable boat. Here is the working man's fishing boat. This is for working men and women across America. Here's a boat for you. So I need someone to put that boat out. Tell me where that boat is. If you're that boat company and somehow you tune into my podcast, thank you. Send me a message, bassandfurious@gmail.com. I will gladly promote that boat because I got about 197 other 1,000 people that are interested in buying an affordable boat. That does not mean that I have to say, hey honey, can we move to a condo so that I can get a new bass boat? Oh wait, I won't have a garage to put it in. Oh, okay. Can we go buy this abandoned building so that maybe we can fix it up? Maybe I got an uncle that can give me a piece of like they're over here finessing this and finessing that, trying to get something to work where they can make the boat work. Anything. So if you got it, it's affordable and it doesn't cost that, it's not astronomically priced, and you don't have to finance it for 20 years. I'm not going to name drop the company that put that ad out there, but you all know what I'm talking about. And it's not one company, it's multiple companies that feel like pricing a boat above 100 and some grand is the right thing to do, and that it's okay to do that. Yes, they have lesser lines. Yes, they have lines that are this. Yes, they have the 17-foot series. They got the 16-foot series crappy boat that has the small live well and the little tiny motor, and no pieces. They give you a 45-pound thrust trolling motor and a 40 horsepower engine. Nobody gonna do nothing with that. I did that for 6 years. No, someone else. Bass Pro, if y'all got it, I'm gonna call out the Ranger, Skeeter, Yamaha, Express. I said aluminum. I didn't mean to say aluminum, but I did. There's a Gator track. I mean, there's all these companies out here. One of y'all can come up with an affordable boat that's in a certain price range that people can afford that has good stuff on it. It has to have at least an 80-pound thrust trolling motor and spot lock. Give some good stuff on these boats so people can compete right out of the box, not having to go get a boat and then take it to another shop that's 8 states away to get them to fix the boat, to then be able to compete in the boat. But now you got to make the boat payment, which now means you can't even afford the Airbnb to stay for the tournament. Then you don't do good in the tournament. Then you got to go back home and sell all your stuff to the pawn shop because you ain't got no money no more. Come on, man. That's stupid. That's just dumb. I'm going to call it what it is. That's just dumb. So reach out to me, send me a message. Let's work together. Let's make that happen. Again, we're on here. I'm talking, and I said this is the episode of CoAngler Chronicles. I'm literally talking to all of the CoAnglers right now. I'm talking to all of y'all. I'm trying my best to speak and be a voice out here for the CoAnglers to say, like, give us something. It's so hard to move from the back to the front. I won the BFL. I made $2,000. How am I turning into a boater with $2,000? I'm not knocking the $2,000. $2,000's fine, but I can't do that and then be like, I'm going boater tomorrow. That $2,000 was gone in 3 months. And yes, I said 3 months because I'm very frugal and I don't buy nothing. So it lasted me 3 months. Most people would have been spent before they got back to the house. $2,000 is nothing right now in the terms of money, but considering the fact that I paid $100 to get in and I made $2,000 for 8 hours of work, oh, I'm as happy as can be. I'm just saying I can't turn into a boater from winning $2,000. That's not going to happen. You win the Bassmaster Open, you get $24,000. You can put a down payment on the boat. You ain't going to be able to turn boater immediately. You can put a down payment on the boat, and then you can go from there. Or you can get you a used boat with 500 hours on the motor and hope that sucker starts up. Like, see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to speak out. I'm trying to say a little bit to be informative. Now, for the last part we want to talk about is the second part of this. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Before I get into the last part, because this is going to actually come into play here. Before I get to the last part, I do want to say I am going to leave some links in the bottom. I'm trying to share some links that actually can help you guys. They do look out for me for trying to provide the information to help you, but I'm only mentioning them because I use them and they help me. So I'm trying to mention them so that you all can do and be a part of what it is that I am. So I'm gonna leave a couple links. They are to sign up for Fiverr. That's one, because you can get in with Fiverr and you can start your business. You can get your business off. You can take advantage of some great opportunities by using the Fiverr link. And the other link is for a bot link. It has some products on there: Sportsman's Warehouse, Active Threads. There's a couple of brands there that I've started working with. That it's very they've got great products. They've got great deals. I use these things all the time. Monster Bass. You guys can sign up for the Monster Bass there, because that's a subscription-based service. You sign up for Monster Bass, but use my link below to sign up for it. And like I said, they've got really good stuff. Check it out. They always are giving out discounts. They always are working with you guys. So click on those links below, man. It does help me out. It helps me be able to make this content. Helps me be able to come out with these videos. Also, too, subscribe or become a member of my channel. I've released an exclusive video for CoAngler specifically. It's in my member section, so you won't even know about it if you're not a member. If you're a member or become a member of my YouTube channel, join. Click that button that says join. It's like a blue button. Turn that blue button to join. If you join the members and become a member to the channel, you guys are already followed subscribers. I appreciate you for that. But if you become a member, especially co-anglers or anglers, whatever, join in. I have a 39-minute class that I'm actually talking about my exact tournament-proven winning strategies on how to become a successful co-angler, how to put one of them trophies on your wall. I'm literally giving you line by line what I have. I have props, I have things that I'm going over, my actual rods, my actual reels, my actual baits. I have all these things in that video. 39 minutes. If you become a member of my channel, you will have access to that video. You will be able to click on it. You'll be able to pull it back up, rewind, pull it back up, rewind, watch it over and over again to see if you can grab something from that video that will help you. The other part is we want to talk about is on the podcast is one of my favorite people to hate, but I don't actually hate. it's a faux hatred, because I don't hate anyone. I have no need to hate. But one of the most talked about people in the fishing industry right now is a gentleman by the name of Randy Blauket. If you guys are not familiar with Randy Blauket, yes, Randy Blauket made it to my video. I got a chance. I'm gonna connect with Randy Blauket hopefully at some point, but I gotta talk about it a little bit. Randy Blauket gets a lot of hate. He gets a lot of love, but he gets a lot of hate. Randy Blauket's been fishing for a very long time. Randy Blauket is a very knowledgeable man. He is very smart regarding what it is he's doing, but Randy Blauket is a little bit smarter than most think he is, okay? And I'm just putting this out here. And Randy, feel free to comment. Feel free to say what you got to say. Send someone else to comment. Send Matt Steffen or Fish the Moment. Somebody else can comment too. That's fine. I'm putting all y'all names in here, okay? Because what I'm saying is there's a group of anglers. The Guggens are one, and Randy Blauket and his little crew are another one. Okay, I say little crew. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Randy Blauket and his crew are another one. Basically, there's certain people in this YouTube world who have learned how to play the social media game and learn how to leverage social media to be able to be a platform that allows them to speak what it is they need to speak, get the information out they want to reach people that they've never had the opportunity to reach before. There's people that have learned how to participate in this, and Randy Blauket is one of them. Matt Steffen is turning into one of them. Bradley Hallman is turning into one of them. Like, these guys have figured out that Todd Castledine is one that's huge. Todd Castledine talks about a lot of stuff. These guys talk about things Popular opinions, unpopular opinions. They share stuff, they don't share stuff, they talk about stuff, they don't talk about stuff. They cover both sides of the spectrum. And I made this part of the video. This one's actually going to be pretty short, but they talk about these things in their videos, and they rile people up. And everybody gets all bent out of shape. They comment. They leave nasty comments. They leave pleasant comments. They leave nasty comments. They leave pleasant. They're all over the place. Okay? That is how you play the game, if that makes sense. So if you're wondering what I mean by how to play the game. So for example, if I'm a football player and I want to be a quarterback, I need to know how to be a quarterback. So I'm going to watch footage and videos of Joe Montana. I'm going to watch footage of Brett Favre. I'm going to watch probably not Brett Favre footage. I'm going to watch footage of Kirk Cousins. I'm going to watch footage of Carson Wentz. I'm going to watch footage of Mitchell Trubisky. I'm going to watch footage of Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to watch all this footage. And the reason, and watch footage of Josh Allen. I'm going to watch footage of Jalen Hurts. I'm going to watch Brock Purdy film. I'm going to watch Shiloh Sanders from Colorado University. Deion Sanders. Shador Sanders. I'm going to watch these. Hopefully I got his name right. My bad, Sanders. Colorado. I am a Colorado Buffs fan now. I don't have a college football team that I like, so I actually like Colorado Buffs. I'm going to become a Colorado Buffs fan because I'm going to support that squad right now. And if Deion goes somewhere else, I may support them or I may stick with Colorado. I'm not sure. Since I don't have a college football team, I'm going to like whoever the heck it is I want. Now, American football, NFL football, I've been a 49ers fan since I was a kid. We're not going to change on that. But 49ers faithful, that's going to happen for the duration of my existence on this earth. But college football, I ain't got no fans. So huge shouts out to Colorado real quick. Deion Sanders, all that, man. Respect. Y'all go out there and get it. Go out there and kick some butt in that Power 5. But that's what I'm going to do if I want to be a quarterback. I'm going to watch the footage of these guys. And why did I mention all those quarterbacks? Some of them have traits you can learn from. Some of them suck. And some of them are not very good. So some of them you can learn from. Some of them you want to learn what not to do. Some of them give you exactly what you need to do to be successful. So if I want to do that, I'm going to watch that, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, what did Randy Blauket do? Randy Blauket realized how to write titles. Randy Blauket realized to keep his descriptions short, put the keywords right up in the top. Randy Blauket realized to touch on topics that are prevalent in the world that's going on today. Pick out things that are very hot in the fishing industry and then talk about them and express your honest opinion. Just be yourself. Express your opinion on that, good or bad. But people are going to tune in because they want to know what's going on or how you feel about a topic. Randy Blauket realized that some people are going to like and some people are not going to like what it is he says. And he hits it head on. If you hop on it, some guy hopped on his Facebook page and said, I don't know how you catch any fish, Randy, because you're always on Facebook posting. Why don't you go film a fishing video? And Randy replied back to that guy's comment right on the Facebook post. Randy's not running from nobody. He's not hiding from nobody. He's not ducking nobody. He's right there. So I'm saying, what I said all that to say is that these guys have figured out how to do it. And the more you get riled up, the more excited you get, the more angry you get. Randy Blauket does just like I do. He checks his bank account. And I'm speaking for him. I don't know if this is actually what he does. He checks his bank account, says, oh crap, I made another $500. And he's good. You see what I'm saying? So y'all can keep on giving Randy all of that crap. I'm going to keep giving him crap because some of the stuff he says is ridiculous. Ain't nobody throwing 5 Megabass Vision 110s on an A-rig and hoping to get them all back. One jerk, pause, and then your bait's going to pause on that log at the bottom. So nobody's doing that. With live scope, it's going to be a little bit less likely, I guess, if you know what you're looking at and you can kind of strategically figure it out. But what I'm saying is Randy Blauket has figured that out. And everyone keep on doing what you're doing for Randy because he will keep on fueling that and he will keep on riding that all the way to 1 million subs and multiple thousands and thousands of dollars in his bank account. So that's what Randy's going to do. And, you know, I'm not going to take my hat off to him, but I'm just saying he's figured out how to play the game. So that's my rant for Randy. And then my boat rants. I figured I hit both of them in this one episode. Both of them are going to be continued because I'm obviously going to come back on here and talk to you guys if one of these boat companies, if I find one that does well that I can recommend to you guys, I'm going to reach out to you in regards to that. And if Randy puts out a crazy video, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to address it. And I'm trying to work on something myself with Randy Blauket as well. So yes, Randy, I mentioned you in my video. Make a video about me making a video about you because that seems to be right up your alley. Do that. But yes, I mentioned you in my video. because I'm hip to what's going on in your world, and I done figured this out a long time ago. So I figured it out myself a long time ago. If I catch a fish the regular way, people, no, great, you caught a fish, whatever. If I do something that's not normal when I catch a fish, then people are like, they feel the need to comment to tell me what I should have did, which then takes my video a different way. So I done figured it out a long time ago. I'm going to keep sharing my videos, authentic, real videos with you guys of what really happens for me. I've never gone out of my way to film a stupid video. Just something stupid usually happens when I go fishing. Sometimes it happens. Most of the time I'm pretty spot on. Every once in a while I'll slip down the rocks. Every once in a while I'll be the angler who drops his rod in the water. Every once in a while I walk down a bank that looks normal and it turns into marsh and my foot starts to slip and I start to slide into the river. These things just happen to me when I go out. I'll go to stand on the log at the end of the log and try to make a cast, and I'll end up falling off that log into the water. I fell into the water several times. I fell off the front of my boat one time. I hit a stump and fell in. These things just happen to me. I fell down my steps in my own front yard before. So things like that happen to me. I'm self-aware that sometimes I move a little faster than my feet move a little faster than my head's thinking, and I slip up and I go kaput. So I get it. But I thank you for tuning in to another episode. I appreciate it. This is episode number 8 of the CoAngler Chronicles podcast. Like I said, I was going to try to keep this one short and sweet. I know I've been having you guys, and you guys have been tuning in to an hour and 25-minute podcast. So I felt like I'll give you a little short one here, and then I'll come back with more and more guests. And I'll be on a couple podcasts myself coming up soon. So I'll get you guys those details. Ladies, those details, share it out with me as well. Also, too, if you guys could, and you're still tuning in, be sure to click on those links, but also be sure to comment below if you have a female angler, lady angler, child, adult, whatever the case may be. If you know one that's out here killing it, that's out here fishing, doing their thing. I know about Midwest Fisher Gal. I know about a couple people like that. But if you got another angler that's out here, up-and-coming angler that's fishing, a college angler, high school, grunt, whatever it is, out here catching these bass, saltwater, whatever it is, I don't care. Drop them in the comments, man. I just want to spread some love across the board, man, because you always hear about the KVDs and the Jacob Wheelers and this, that, and the third, but we don't hear about those lady anglers. I got a daughter, I got a wife, man. I want to promote, I want everybody out there fishing, everybody out there enjoying themselves, enjoying their time. So if y'all got one, and y'all can leave them in the comments, leave lady angler, female angler, leave them in the comments, man. I would love to connect with them, see if I can get them on the podcast, or just shout them out and encourage everybody to keep going. My young anglers is fishing, my high school guys is fishing. I'm not leaving y'all out. I understand what y'all doing too, and I plan on talking to hopefully a high school angler and probably their parent as well, because I'd love to get both perspectives on that. But comment below who you guys want to see on the podcast. I'd love to know who you guys want me to interview, because I'll reach out to them and see if I can make it happen. If you are a member, I 100% will listen to what you say, and I will make sure that I get that person on if I can make it, if I can swing it. So become a member. Tell me who you want on here. Otherwise, if you're a subscriber, I appreciate you too. Get in the comments. I will definitely make that happen as well if I can make it happen. So thank you for tuning in. You guys are the best. I appreciate it. I look forward to bringing you another episode here very soon. Thank you as always. Peace, peace. I'll catch you guys on the next one.